Hello, and welcome to video number 3 of our Music Education for Middle Schoolers series. Today, I am going to talk us through the many benefits of music education and the music education classroom that are actually not specifically music related. So while students will learn countless things in the music classroom about the music field, about rhythms, about notes, about instruments, and all the things that have to do with making music, there are also incredible benefits that come with spending time in the music classroom that will make students better people, better friends, and better workers someday in fields that have nothing to do with music. So we're going to take a closer look at each of some of the largest benefits. One of the largest benefits that comes immediately to mind is simply how social music is. This could be said for a lot of different extracurriculars, but I would argue that music is especially social. Music on its own is social and communicative. Students are working together to create a sound or a combination of sounds that go well together. So if one student is struggling significantly, then the other students have no choice but to either help that student understand the concept better or cover for them when they make a mistake. Another positive social aspect that the music classroom gives students is that the music classroom gives students a break from regular academic interaction. So the music classroom gives students a fresh perspective on their classmates who they see sitting beside them in class. Some students may not be excelling in science or advanced reading, but they might do really well in music class. And likewise, the opposite is true. If a student is just a star student in all academic areas, but then comes into music, they might have kind of a hard time at first acclimating to reading notes, music notation, catching on to rhythms, creating beautiful sounds on an instrument or with their own voice. This levels the playing field and gives students a new and fresh look at social interaction in their school day. And this can be a really positive thing, not only for individual students, but for friendships and social interaction within that classroom. Another really positive thing for students in music classes is the bonding experience of performing together. So countless students have really intense performance anxiety. And in the music world, this is known as MPA, or music performance anxiety. And it can be crippling. Students do not want to perform, they don't want to stand up in front of people, they don't want to share what they've been working on because they are so nervous to perform. It can be paralyzing. So when students are kind of forced to stand up with others and play the part that they've rehearsed or the song that they've rehearsed as a group, this can be very bonding. It is really good for students to have that shared scary experience together. It will help them to be kind to one another, empathize with each other, and give them an experience that they can all relate to together. Children learn how to be determined in the music classroom. And for me personally, this might be one of the biggest positives for the music effect on a young child. Practice is the only way to improve playing a musical instrument. Although some students might be more naturally geared towards playing and pick up things really quickly, there is no one in the world who can play really well that hasn't ever sat down and spent a chunk of time working on a difficult passage or memorizing something that they already know how to play. Students will spend hours improving, perhaps on one group of measures. This teaches determination, grit, hard work ethic, and these skills will serve the students for the remainder of their lives. If they don't grasp it in the classroom, in the moment, they will probably look back later in life and realize that their lack of determination was what caused them to struggle in the music classroom. Children also learn empathy in the music classroom. Music has to have empathy. You cannot play music, especially with a group of people, without using empathy. Often, students are literally told to breathe together, listen to one another, respond to one another, wait for one another, cover for one another. It's the ultimate team building experience. Music is constantly teaching subconscious empathy in almost every moment of performance, and definitely in rehearsal as well. Any student that succeeded in the music classroom and music rehearsals is bound to be successful in almost any work environment, in the way that they relate to their coworkers, listen to those in authority, listen to those who are below them. They will have learned these skills playing music. And a final concept that really sticks with children after being in the music classroom is one that is perhaps the most tied to the actual subject matter. And this is the importance and prioritizing beauty in everyday life. Children will learn that music is best when done with excellence, when they strive to make the music the best that it can be, when they add in little details and artistic moments that make the music sparkle and shine. And this is something that can be applied for the rest of their lives. Students that are excelling, or that want to excel, that want to have that feeling of excellence in everything that they do, whether it's taking out the trash or getting into an Ivy League school. All of these things are influenced and affected by the habit of practicing excellence and finding beautiful things in the work that they are doing. And so they will have the music classroom to thank for that. This is just a brief overview, the first things that came to mind when I thought about the benefits of the music classroom for individual students. But there are hundreds more. Having such a rich subject matter can give so much to each student. And so we as music educators should be super mindful of all of the added benefits that can reach students' lives and influence the way they look at the world around them and interact with the world around them, not only in the context of taking a music test or performing on one instrument in one concert night, but rather how they see the world and the kind of people that they are being shaped to be. Thank you.